I am sitting here surrounded by the great Canadian boreal forest, and I can tell you that you are tonight talking to a very happy man. I woke up this morning, I looked, so to say, in the mirror, and it was a gorgeous morning, and it's been a gorgeous day, and the sun is going to set in a few hours. And I've heard the loons this afternoon, and I come back to the same question, Sherman, as you well know, who paid for all this beauty? And then I went to Walmart, put $100 down and said, I would like $100 worth of happipiness, which they couldn't give me. So I took a walk in the boreal forest, and I got $1 million worth of happiness, which I didn't even have to pay for. The only way to go is to be positive in life, and I think that simply means to be happy. And even though at the age of 22, I well remember when I woke up in a hospital and the doctor told me that I would never see again. Obviously, that is a message nobody wants to hear at any time. However, if you really love the surroundings and you love life, and then I'm a great believer that you can overcome each hurdle. And with that attitude, and I may add with many backings of my friend, because no train will move until the locomotive starts pulling it. And I like to think we all have to be our own locomotive to move forward. And so, without eyesight, I felt I was just as capable to do things in life, because whatever you want to do surely comes from inside of you. The most important things in life you cannot buy. They are already inside of you. And if you want happiness, then you go inside of yourself. That's where you will find it. That's where you will find the positive section of you. And the happier you are, the happier you make the people around you, and the happier the whole world comes surrounding you. And I wanted to do these things that I did, and I'm proud to tell you that I became Canada's first blind outfitter. I also became Canada's first blind mercury outboard mechanic. I was thinking of becoming a politician, but we got too many blind ones already, so I stayed out of that field. But I learned everything I know today. I've learned from my friends who lived in the boreal forest. I learned 3/4 of the things that I know today. I learned from others, and everything is achievable if you so desire to do that. So, again, there is no sense going to somebody else or asking somebody else. If you have a mirror in your house, you look at it every morning, and that's where you will find all the happiness, all the willpower, all the good things that you want for that day, you will find in that person that's looking back at you in the mirror. And carving became a byproduct, but I don't know, Sherman. We talked about it a lot. That you don't buy, you cannot buy happiness because it's already inside of you. And I've said this many a times, when you in the evening sit and look at the sunset, ask yourself, who paid for that beautiful sunshine today? In the evening, when you see the moon and the stars, ask yourself, who's paying for that? And when you hear the call of the loon, and when you see the bears with their cups, and when you see the wildlife all the way around us, ask yourself, who paid for that? And if you find the person that paid for that, I'd be the first one to ask you who it is, because I don't think I will ever get a call from you with that answer. So many people ask me when they see me with a piece of wood, what are you going to make with it? And my question is always, until the wood speaks to me and tells me, I don't know. The story has it that when the world was built and all the countries had borders around it, there was still much beautiful stuff left over, and it had to be put somewhere. And it was put down in one place, all the beautiful things. And then a border was built around it. And in the middle of this border, it was named Canada. And that's how this country came to be. I used to donate 2 weeks in August to disabled children, and that was through the Lions Club, of which I was a member, and it spread throughout all of Saskatchewan and Manitoba. And the joy and the excitement that I saw during those 2 weeks, the true spirit of children who are still children, it's no, like I said before, no money can buy. And I was just saying today to somebody that when you have 20 children in the middle of the boreal forest with rabbits running all over and squirrels and chipmunks, and you go to these children and first of all, you tell them that if they want to catch a rabbit, they must get some salt, sprinkle it on the rabbit's tail, and then the rabbit can't move anymore. Well, the result is that Not one single cabin had salt shakers left in the cabin. And the other thing is the imagination of these children how to catch these animals, because I offered $10 a rabbit, $50 a squirrel, and $100 for a chipmunk. And I knew I was safe on that score anyway. And the most beautiful thing, why, I don't know, but a little 7-year-old one came to my door, and while all the other children had found dip nets and ropes and brooms and to catch these animals, they could not kill them, of course, but this knock came on the door, and as I opened it, this little voice from about 2 feet below me looked up and said, "Mister, do you have a gun I can use?" And you know, children are beautiful. But those 2 weeks of happiness and of joy and of sincerity, the 2 weeks of connecting what we really find and where we can find ourselves within the forest of this great nation. I like to believe the sooner we introduce the young people to that side of life rather than man-made side of life, I think society will be off better.